Hey traders, this is Taylor with Top Pick Trading. I want to see if we can get a second entry long here. We're in a pretty strong uptrend, not pretty strong, a really strong uptrend, and the MA's been holding pretty firm. So we can bounce right here. We need to retest this green channel, and we're also in this larger golden channel here, right at the midline of the larger channel. But you can see this downtrend's played out. We got two legs now. Got a really good setup bar, and we may bounce right here at this support level. Got a lot of room to the measured move, so a lot of things going for this trade if we can get a good bar here. It's been a pretty strong trend, but it's still going rather slow. So this needs to turn quickly, and it looks like it may not. And no, we close below the EMA now, but I'd still be willing to take a decent bar here, particularly if it can close above the EMA. You can see here the strong uptrend we've had, and this is really the first close below the EMA since this green up channel has started. Every time it comes back to the EMA, it pushes strongly and rejects. So let's see if we can get a good bar here. Clearly two legs down now. And let's see if we can reverse now. You see that little shoot up at the very end. We did close below the EMA. This trade's only 7 tick risk. I don't think there's a bigger channel here. It has triggered. I'm gonna place my limit. Hopefully it'll come back and get us. Oh, that may have just been too slow. We're gonna do this on the MES. 10 MES, that way I can play runners if I can get one here. This is really the first gap below the EMA you can see. And we're in on part of our order. Let's see. Okay, now we've gotten entirely in. This is, yeah, and like I was saying, this is the first gap below the EMA. Usually you'll retest the extreme after a strong EMA situation with the first gap below it. So, and this really bounced that little support resistance level across here too. So I feel pretty good about this. I don't like that it closed below the EMA, but for those reasons I just mentioned, especially with this small bar, I'm willing to take a chance here. Hopefully this bar will close higher than the previous close. Hopefully they don't get a little failed second entry long and trap us. It looks like it may happen. Well, okay, it does close 1 tick better, or 2 ticks better. We're gonna hold on to this. This is just so strong. I'm sitting here thinking I don't like to take trades that are below the EMA like this, but this particular situation, I feel like I had to risk it. It doesn't really look valid drawing it wider. I feel pretty good about this. We are going for 16 ticks. Gets us out right at that high. And then we'll see if we can get some runners here. This is like a pretty much a one, or sorry, almost a 2-to-1 reward risk. Not quite, but almost. Yeah, if we can close above the MA here, I feel really good about it. And this particular instance is one of those instances where I feel like if it can get 1 or 2 points and close a little bit higher, then it's got a good chance to go the full 4. And you can see, take a look at it here without any. Sometimes I like to look at just the bare price action, and I really like the way this looks. And I suspect if if we can break above that lower high, big bearish bar there, that it's probably gonna start hitting some stops. There's a good chance of that. And we get a really good close on that follow-up bar, so feeling really good about this now. Take another look at it in the bear price action. Yeah, I was really wanting a. So let me check. Okay, we are near a pretty critical pivot from this morning, but we're still clearly in this uptrend. Anyway, yeah, I was looking for a second entry when we were still holding within that green uptrend, but unfortunately it took off after a first entry and then gave us the second entry way higher up near the high, and I just didn't feel comfortable going for 16 ticks that high. And we're really starting to push now. If we can just break above that, around 3 points right now. Couple more ticks. Get a little antsy here with just how slow it's moving. It's been like this the last couple days, and about the same. It was slower, a little bit slower yesterday, but at least today there's some good movement. That's a lot easier to read today than it was yesterday. The afternoon was terrible. And we rejected off the very high of that lower high signal bar, so we didn't quite break through it. But I still feel pretty good about this. Let's see. Yeah, we got within 3 ticks. ATR's in the 9s, so it's pretty low, but there's just a really good chance we get to this high here. that moves those channels. We do retrace a little bit now. Maybe we'll bounce at that larger midline. Just need 3 more from that high. And I think if we can tick above, just 1 tick higher than we were able to get, I think we'll probably hit some stops. It's just a very likely spot since it sold off so hard right there. And it may hit a bunch more stops at the highs. It did that earlier today too. You can kind of see it like a pressure cooker. There we go. There we go. We did break above. Not really moving though. Let's see. Thought it would take off a little quicker, but let's see. Dang, got one above and now it's kind of just stalling. One tick, okay, it's going. There we go. There we go, and we're out on the scalp. Let's see if we can get a good runner here. Got a lot of room to this measured move, so I'm gonna move this. Whoa. I had clicked it, but it didn't show up, but it didn't fill me, luckily, so we're still in this. That was weird. Had some lag there. It shot up really quick. It looked like my order didn't move, but I definitely clicked for it, and it registered it correctly. It just didn't show up right. That was kind of odd. But yeah, you can see it got above that high of the whole swing, and it really took off. I'm going to probably trail this. And I'm going to cut the audio and come back when our runner either gets filled at the top there at the measured move or it gets hit from the trail. So we'll be back in a minute. So you saw it there, our runner got hit for about 11 points. So I hope you guys enjoyed the second entry long with a nice little runner. Thanks guys and have a good one.